Hey guys, some bits. Welcome back, you sir. Carlos Alberg, the star there.
Gates! Gates! Gates!
The man. But unbelievable.
I hate the chatter about Jetty giving them mercy.
Come on, bros.
Nonsense. Come on, bro.
How do you give someone mercy when you're trying to kick their legs off?
Yeah, come on, bros.
Bro, that last finishing sequence, Jury was trying to take his head off. There was no mercy shown there.
He was looking for the most glorious finish.
Yeah.
He was like,
He was counting his
he was thinking he was going to get a mighty bow sliding. Knee to the head type timing. That wasn't coming.
Nah.
That's what he was planning. It wasn't merciful. He was looking for absolute glory. But his whole fan base had come out and like defending him. But there are some good fighters as well. And they are saying against the Chael Sonnen even.
Oh yes, all the real ones.
Yeah.
There's no MMA fighters saying, "Oh, Yuri's stuffed up," and he showed him mercy. But bro, to be fair, Alexander Volkanovski, it took him a few title defenses for him to get that respect. Everyone was Max Holloway, he won those fights. Now it's like Alex is the GOAT. So just same, bro.
Yeah.
Carlos just has to prove himself.
Yeah. Well, people who are already in those positions is gatekeep. And the fan bases do it too. And it's hard to accept someone new on the block. You've just got to prove yourself time and time again until you're consistent and it's undeniable. We've experienced that on a much lower scale in a different field, but we don't want to say it as UFC champions. But just like getting to kind of the helm of CrossFit in New Zealand, you remember the starting days, everyone was like, oh shit, you guys aren't doing that, blah, blah, blah. And then lo and behold, this many years later, it's just undeniable. Some of those same people who were talking that VS are now trading on our programs. But no, Carlos, no ACL.
It appears that's what Ping.
I watched a few good breakdowns from doctors. Thorough breakdowns. One of them gave it it was uploaded an hour after the fight, would have been midnight his own time. Dressed up, suit and tie, gave it full on breakdown. It showed you exactly how and why it was an ACL, and it was unfortunate for Carlos. It's going to be like a vacate the bout, 9-12 month injury.
Obviously, my dream, because I did my ACL, and I remember because you could see it ping at the back of his knee, right? And when I did mine, it was the same thing. It was at the back of the knee. I started to feel the fluid start rising, and I actually sort of tried to run it off and can I continue playing? And it was sort of not until I walked back to my ute just feeling, this doesn't feel right. And it wasn't until I sat in my ute, adrenaline wore off, I drove home, I got out of my ute and I was like, I can't walk. And it was,
We did a phenomenal job of repairing that. Lots of
but it took ages, because obviously when no surgery or non-surgical route, we did a great job. All that
blood flow restriction.
The only thing that took a long time was probably weightlifting, being at the bottom of heavy cleans. Other than that, I was back running and doing almost everything within it.
And to a high level, not just doing it.
And Carlos has got the UFC Performance Institute and everything behind him. So I remember Conor McGregor tore his ACL against Max Holloway, and it wasn't a huge layoff. So
How good, Carlos? Another Kiwi champ.
yeah.
What a life bro's living. Foster child, bounced around.
That's incredible.
Is it somewhat like you bounce around foster homes and go from not being wanted?
That's
somewhere else just being wanted.
The worst head start in life was probably going through that foster program,
Yeah, what adversity. Phenomenal. I'm so proud of them, and I don't know him personally, but he just represents us.
Yeah.
And to do it the way that he's done it is just phenomenal. Because, like you say, he started on the handicap, really.
Yeah.
And he's proven himself. And then the CKB team, wow, it just keeps producing.
Mm-hmm.
Just keeps producing. Eugene, where does he now stand as, among UFC coaches? Is he on Mount Rushmore?
Yeah.
You'd hate me.
I'm pretty sure he got Coach of the Year.
Absolutely, man.
He's phenomenal.
What I loved actually about him is that in the post interviews that I've seen from him and after the Alberg fight, his praise for his team of coaches.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said himself that the moment Carlos's knee went, he was most nervous and
he was trying he wasn't as calm as the others,
No, and he said that the others said, no, this is actually going to play into our hands because now Judy's going to overextend and lead into this hand. Boom. Got him.
There it takes one.
It takes one. Like I love JD as a fighter too.
Oh, he's a cool character.
Cool character. But it, like you know how like you love someone and then they come up against someone who's closer to you, and so you support your guy.
Yeah.
But then they don't handle it very well, then it makes you not want to like them.
Oh, yeah.
Because of that, it's like I don't not. It's not like that situation,
Agreed.
but I still love him as a fighter.
Yeah.
He represents martial arts.
I think after that, Yuri's stock went down a bit and Carlos obviously rose a lot because the whole Mercy thing. And go watch Carlos talk to Ariel Bawani, calls him out, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I did see that.
He reckons his samurai character is bullshit.
Yeah.
Probably sitting there doing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 for 24 hours straight. That's what Yuri reckons he's done once. He did a load of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 marathon just for 24 hours.
Nah.
He's like, Carlos is like, no one's doing that. That's for shit.
There's people want to be this mythical legend.
He's a cool character. He is a very cool character though. I'll
stretch the truth a little more.
Yeah.
What am I doing if I did nail it?
But I love the UFC. I'm so pumped for Carlos.
UFC's this modern day gladiator. It's in the Colosseum. Humans have never not enjoyed and loved most just brutal conflict. It's our most entertaining thing that we could possibly have as humans.
Absolutely. Yeah, I heard someone the other day. If you're sitting like courtside at an NBA game and the brawl breaks out behind you, you ain't watching the NBA. You're sitting around watching a scrap.
Of course.
We're just ingrained to love watching scraps.
Yeah. It's intensity and it's uncertainty.
Yeah.
Whoever wins them gets mad props. Right? They're like, hey, oh, you're there. The UFC was just at Kaseya Stadium in Miami. I've been there.
Hey.
Yeah. I went and watched the Miami Heat play against the Oklahoma City Thunder, who are the reigning NBA champs. Went to Wadapalooza and went to 2 games there, actually. I watched that game and I watched the Miami Heat play against the Orlando Magic. So I've got experience of this stadium. I had a beer at the time. I don't drink, but I remember like the occasion and paying for a beer there was like, it was a 440ml can, Corona baby, and it was, or maybe Bud Light. And bro, it was like $22 New Zealand.
Wow. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, yep. I know New Zealand's expensive, but man, America's expensive.
Yeah, Vegas is on another level too.
It would be. I think, but I don't know what their earning capacity is though. You know, like New Zealand's expensive because the wages are lower.
Yeah.
But once you go and pay for food over in America, you probably like, it's not too hard to pay for food in New Zealand. At least buying takeaways when you look at the everyday basics, right? Bro, that's probably our price of the bit. $20 for a punnet of grapes.
Over there.
Oh yeah, you can get there.
Yeah.
And non-seasonal tomatoes are over $20 a kilo. It's
Twos.
up to. It's a long way away from Carlos's knee.
Yeah.
The price of tomatoes, yeah. What's been going on in your life most recently? You've been training really, really well.
Training's been going good, bro. Training's been going good. Last week's been awesome. Obviously, a great week of sport. Carlos was phenomenal. We just had the Masters.
Yes.
That's a
Golf.
golf. The Masters, the most prestigious golf tournament of all time.
And break us down what happened. Who's where in that world?
Well, at the moment, Rory McIlroy's carrying this sort of... He's had a lot of history there. I think it's taken him 15, 16 years to finally win, which was last year, and he just backed it up and won again.
Well,
But he blew a massive lead in 2011, or was it 2015? Had a huge lead and choked, big choke. And the journey for him to come back and win was just massive. Just like the pressure on that man's shoulders. And then he finally won it last year to set the Grand Slam. He's only one of 6 people in the world to win all 4 majors. There's 4 majors each year: the US Open, the British Open, the PGA, and the Masters. And he finally ticked that off. And then there's only been, I think, 5 people that have gone back-to-back years, and he just did that. And it was just drama the whole weekend. And it's such good watching. It's just different to every golf tournament.
yeah, they're athletes. Pinnacle.
Some of them.
Pinnacle. Or especially above the power.
Yeah. Come on.
You've got an amazing golf story. You played on some awesome courses and you had a trip around the world. And like, not only did you have a cool golf story, I want you to share the story. And your company. So you were with John Key when you were invited to overseas, and I'll let you elaborate more on that, but for people that don't know, John Key is our previous Prime Minister.
No, it is the Sir John. Sir John, one of the greatest men of the Met. Yeah, so John is a member of Augusta National Golf Club, which is where the Masters is held. There's only like 2 New Zealanders. He's one of them. And I think the membership's like maybe 300 worldwide. It's
300 people.
people.
Yes.
It is the most exclusive golf course, and that's the beauty of it. It is so exclusive. If it doesn't matter how much money you have, you can't buy your way in there. It's invitation. They just maintain tradition, and even like no cell phones on the golf course. Even when spectators are watching the Masters, no cell phones. You have to leave them behind. You'll get kicked out if you're on your cell phone, which is really cool. And even the players are like, it's so nice to see everyone just watching and not watching through a screen. And even just to spectate, you have to go into a ballot and be like, almost like check to see if you're all good.
Yeah.
So you can't even, it's not easy to even spectate the Masters. I became good friends with Max, John's son, Sir John, and they go every year. And Max and I were playing a lot of golf together, and I was fortunate enough to get invited to go to Georgia Augusta with them in 2024.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's like the trip was how long? What were the details? What were the costs?
Bro, honestly, so when Max invited me, he was like, hey bro, you free to catch up? So yeah, sweet. So we went to a cafe, he's chewing the fat. He's like, oh, what are you up to, mate? And I was like, oh, no real plans. And he's like, are you keen to come to Augusta with Dad and I? I lost it. I was like, what? Yes. I was like, you're kidding me. And he was like, man, I still remember, it was really cool. I was like, all right, well, what's it going to cost me? And honestly, man, Sir John is the most generous man I've ever met. Every time we've played golf together in New Zealand, he covers the food, he just puts it on. He's such a hospitable guy, and I've seen him just do that for everyone he's around. Just an absolute legend. And so the trip was, I met at John's house the night we were going, and we chauffeured to the New Zealand, and it was cool. Went through the sort of the back door gates, not have to line up. I was sort of like, mate, I'm meant to be boarding pretty soon. It's all right, mate. Yeah, right.
Yeah, so all on the same.
Yeah. And obviously, I bought. That was the only thing I had to pay for was my flights over to Houston. That was it. I was in cattle class, obviously, and he tried to upgrade me, but there was no seats left. He was going to upgrade me to business with him, and I was just like, man, but there was no seats left.
Yeah.
And that was just a testament to him. He's just generous as. Yeah. But there were no seats, so I was in cattle, and Max FaceTimes me as he's reclined down. He's like, what's it like back down there? And so we go to Houston. We had a wee journey over to Atlanta, and then from Atlanta to Georgia Augusta, this place that is just this mythical golf land. And we turned up at 4:00 in the morning. Guards were there, and bolsters came down. Good afternoon, Sir John. Oh yes, sir. And went to our little.
Wait, so you turn up at 4 a.m. and the guard was saying good afternoon?
Come on now. Yes, that's my dyslexia. So we pulled up at 4 a.m. and then had a tea time at 7 a.m. So we're up at 6. And honestly, man, I woke up and I just couldn't believe it. Had an hour's sleep, and we spent 3 days there, and it was just the best 3 days of my life. We'd wake up, get dressed up, golf gears, go and have breakfast, go to the driving range at Caddies. We'll have our golf clubs ready, hit some balls, go out, play 18 holes. And I mean, there's levels to golf. Like, playing a nice course, there's something that just makes you feel so good when you're pulling into a nice golf course with friends. It just does something to the soul, and you just feel so good. And that's the pinnacle. It can't get any better. 3 days of play 18 holes. We played the par 3 course, which was very fun. And then we'd have lunch, go play another 18, come back, debrief, have a beer, go have a jacuzzi, get dressed in blazers and nice clothes, and then go to dinner, a couple of wines, and then do that for 3 days.
Core memory, absolutely core memory.
Absolutely. I still go back and look over the photos, and that's it. You weren't allowed your phones on the course, but you were allowed to give your phone to your caddy, and they'd take the odd pic.
Yeah.
And
the caddies supplied from the course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like a part of the arrangement.
Yeah, you have to pay the caddy. And just so cool, and I'll be just forever grateful to Sir John for that.
Yeah, it's amazing. What an amazing trip.
Yeah.
So the Masters were held there. Just
It's there every year. Yeah.
and so when you're watching, you're like, oh, I know this hole.
Yeah.
This is what you should do in this hole. But they're trying to break it down.
Each year, my scores get better. Oh, I ain't dirty that hole.
It's like the old rugby try.
Yeah.
10 meters.
Yeah. But Max is a really good golfer, and he always plays really well around there. And he's a scratch golfer, and he shot under par a couple of times there. And man, just best memories, best golfing memories for sure.
Yeah, unreal. Thank you. I don't know really too much, but in that aspect, for me, it's basketball, NBA.
That's always been your jam.
Yeah, they start like the playoff picture today. They have what's called a play-in tournament. So like half the teams, as of today, are knocked out of the tournament or the season. There are going to be 2 more teams that get knocked out today. And yeah, where basketball is at right now, these athletes, bro, are mythical. Like, just the biggest humans you'll ever see. You know, if you're not born 6'5", you probably not got to look at. There's one guy at the moment, Victor Wembanyama, who's born in France. He's only 21, 22. Arguably the best player in the world. 7'4". He's massive. He's so big. And he can handle the ball like a guard, so like a 6-foot guy, like usually they have like more better coordination than the bigger guys, so he can do all of that. He can shoot the ball like water. There's a shooting guard, so the good shooters, he's shooting like that, but then he dunks the ball like a big man, and then he's the best defender of all time. He's only 3rd year in, but he's an exciting watch. And for me, it's LeBron James. We've gone tatted on my arm actually, and it's so unfortunate because he's at the end of the it's the final countdown now, and it's been that way for a few years now. But he's 41 and still top 10 player of the NBA. Wow. Year 23. He's been in the NBA longer for over half of his life. So he went in there at 18 years old and is now 41. Plays on the same team as his son. His son's on his team, and that's just insane. But he has the 2 other best players on his team. One of them is arguably the other best player in the world, Luka Doncic. He's from Slovenia, and he's injured. He got a grade 2 hamstring tear, so he's probably not going to play in the playoffs. They're saying that he might come back and have a game or 2, but I don't know. And then there's another guy who was like borderline all-star. He's out as well. So what they're saying is if LeBron can get through this first round of playoffs and it's first to win 4 out of 7, you do that like 3 times over and then you're in the finals. So it's hard to do. But yeah, they're saying if he wins this one without his co-stars, he's definitely the greatest of all time. The goalpost for that man has just moved because they've been calling him greatest since 2009.
This is only competition mock Jordan.
Yeah, but I think people are just hooked on the mythology of Michael Jordan rather than the actual facts of it.
Yeah.
Here's what sucks, bro, is I love Michael Jordan, and like I'm definitely influenced in my life, from my childhood, having all of his clothes and stuff like that, being dressed up in the Chicago Bulls kit from a young kid, and then LeBron come along, he's done those things for me, like he's been the greatest in my eyes for 15 years or more, and it's to the point where you hate to hear the conversation and who's the greatest, that I start not liking Michael Jordan because of my case for this guy. I don't not like him. I just fucking hate the argument.
Yes.
Because you could not convince me. There's no way that this guy here was not the best. And I think living legends are hard. Like people had to have to retire for you to truly grasp the impact that they had or appreciate them more. I think that's probably the situation. But I mean, it's generational too. The younger generation definitely sides with LeBron and the older heads. You know how like old heads are like, oh no, freaking Tony Woodcock, bro, best rugby player ever. And why you use column meats? You can't beat that. So everything evolves. That's probably my standpoint on that. But I'm excited to watch playoffs. Probably the same way you do with golf.
Yeah, playoffs are like, I guess, the majors. You get 4 majors each year, and it's just different week to week play.
Yeah. The intensity increases. What's on the line, for grabs is obviously the pinnacle of the sports.
Michael Campbell won a major. He won the US Open.
That's insane.
He beat Tiger. Tiger came second. So Michael Campbell, I think, got just everything he got from winning the US Open. I don't know if it's life. No, I think it's 10 years exemption of he can play the US Open post that tournament. And even like his golf went downhill. and he could still just turn up and play. It's like you get like lifetime membership or notoriety. He will forever be a US champion, which is just massive.
Yeah, then they would go on like ranking lists. Who was the worst, the best champions?
Yeah. No, that's the thing. You've got the Ricky Fowlers and all these amazing golfers that are just like done the most. They're so popular, but they would give anything to have a US Open next to their name. They've won PGA Tour titles. They're so famous. They've come second at the Masters. They've done all these things, but the difference between winning and second is just, it's everything. It can be one shot. You're still making millions of dollars coming second, but
They want you.
oh yeah,
Don't you? It's because it's the reputation and it's the credibility. The same thing in basketball, bro. Like, people hang their hats on championships. Like, oh, there's a discussion at the moment. There's a basketball player called James Harden versus the career of Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade was on teams of LeBron. He got 3 championships. But people are saying James Harden hasn't won a championship. Is a better player than him. And the stats probably say and suggest that. But then they're like, no, but he's won championships. And that's all that matters. It's different in a team sport because the team has to win the thing. But I can't control what you do and you can't control how I perform today. But in an individual sport, it's all on you, you know. But that makes me think, how cool is that we just had Cody on and he is legitimately the most winningest Super Rugby player of all time.
yeah, yeah.
That's crazy. He's won 8 Super Rugby titles out of what? How many seasons did he say he was playing? 13.
13 or 14, yeah.
So most of his career hasn't just been in the final. It's been winning championships.
Yeah.
We've got one of the greatest winningest threes ever.
Man. And the amount of times he's had that moment, the camaraderie, winning the Super title.
You think he's numb to it?
No, that's what you live for. You live for that moment. Rugby World Cup must be insane when you win that feeling.
Yeah, that bond and brotherhood that you'll very have. There was actually recently, last week, the 2 rugby winning World Cup teams, 2011 and 2015, they just caught up. They had a reunion for it last week and they played the games and they were all the rugby players were there with beers and you see Richard McCall, Dan Carter, Waisake Naholo, Brody Barrett, like that's the brotherhood that you gain from doing amazing feats. What are you looking forward to? What are we at? We're nearly May. Summer's gone. Batten down the hatches, prepare for winter. What are you trying to get out of the rest of 2026? You almost finished your spicky.
Yeah, that's exciting. Building that house at the moment. And at the finishing stages, a few more weeks and we'll get that on the market. That's cool. Loving doing that.
You got a buyer?
Nope, not yet.
Play it. What are you selling?
Selling a beautiful home in Lincoln, 4 bedrooms, 230 square metres, it's feature cladding, all that good stuff, triple bay garage, some beautiful landscaping, ready lawn. Yeah, new subdivision in Earlsbrook. So Sax and I are building this house and we're taking a lot of pride in it and it's coming together real nice. And we're going to try sell it ourselves over the next month. If that doesn't work, we'll take it to the market and get a real estate agent involved and stage it and just take it to the market. But
Do you know a ballpark figure?
just 1.1 million. And
So if you're a buyer out there at the 1.1 million range,
yes, boy.
brand new home, wasn't poured their heart and soul into it, or this is one of many to come. And they're not new to it, they've done it before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and trust in it.
So we plan to do more and more of that. And what else? I know we're running out of daylight, so my golf's pretty much cooked.
You put the clubs away.
Yeah. But I'm keen on training, bro. I'm just going to keep training, get the body healthy, but doing more fitness.
There's a good group of boys in at the moment too. Great group. Yep. We have an awesome little Saturday morning, and there's a bit of a brotherhood there that's growing. And I think that I love me personally. I want to keep building on that. Makes it easier to turn up midweek. Know that you're trying to get prepared for like a banger on a Saturday as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Saturday sessions are great.
Yep. We had a wee bit of a team huddle the other day.
That was good from you. That was really good. So we had a big Saturday session after a big week. And the first 3/4 of the session was hard. But the hardest part was the metcon at the end. It was a 3-rounder with 60 wall balls. And that's 180 wall balls if you could do quick math. So we're trying to just gear ourselves up for 180 wall balls. And you could tell, it was like, you called it, all right, we're starting in 5 minutes. And you got like 4.5 minutes to go. You could see the energy was low. And he said, all right, I'm giving you guys another 6 minutes. And then 3 minutes or 4 minutes later, you said, team huddle, you fizzed us all up, big rugby chant, and we started yahooing, dancing around like Aboriginals, and then we were into it. So that was good. That was, and I was actually like, you know what, I need to be conscious of stuff like that too. I need to be able to,
It's an energy check.
yeah, energy check and step up and be a leader in those moments. So that was good.
I told you to lead us. You and Marcus.
Yep, I was just mentally preparing. I was being a bit selfish. I was leading myself. Yeah, and you could see this. The room was a bit somber, and so you yeah, it was a hard workout, and the legs are still feeling it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It was somber because we'd done a lot of work. We got to this point where we were depleted, but the biggest hill was to come. And so everyone was feeling like, oh, I've got to get up that hill.
shit.
And yeah, so a bit of a fizz up was a need, and the conversation came around just buying a glorious death. Just if you get in the trench, just dig it out. And it was beautiful. The boys and Lauren, we worked through it.
We did.
We worked through it. Yeah, it's something I'm gonna bring. I'm keen on bringing it to the table each week actually.
Cool. Cool.
What was we had a chant. It was, this isn't gay. It's not gay. And if you don't do it properly, we're gay.
Yeah.
So everyone went hard.
Yeah.
Everyone went hard. That's great. Yeah.
I had a moment the other day, you know, when Cody was asking, is it racist when we talk about kamikazes? Like, my son the other day, he's 4 years old, and we're picking my daughter up from school. There's a lot of Chinese people in her school. My dad, as I was asking me, he's like, Daddy, why do people look like that at Eva's school? I was like, what do you mean? And she's talking about Eva's little friend, he's this little Chinese boy. And you know, and then he's like, why do people look like that? He did. And then like, I just couldn't help but turn into a little kid again.
Yeah.
And then so me and him are dancing around the lounge going, Chingy we little Chinese boys, and I was like, I just stopped myself and I'm like, am I teaching my son, like, is that funny or is that racist? Like, I just had to have this moment, and I was like, okay boy, look, God made everyone different, and people look different, and you know, and people's eyes are different, and you know, our eyes are like this one's, but their eyes are like this one's, but we're all beautiful people, we're all the same. And now I've got to stop him, because sometimes he'll just like dance around the lounge and look at me, I'm a Chinese boy. Oh man, it's funny, but no, I just teach him that we treat everyone with respect, and some of us just look different.
Yeah. The racism thing though, like, I mean, we did go with that. Like, there's still, I think people take it too far of like, hey, there's humor in certain things, but then people pull it up for racism. Like, that's not how I feel about the people. It's just the way of like spraying the ethnicity. I don't know, as Māori, we still like, if like Richie's dark, he's black, and so we'll just call him Ethiopian.
Yeah.
And then he accepts that he cracks up, like, but then like people that wouldn't know that's your humor, but like, oh, that's just racist. And it's not like you have to know my personal humor. That's like our ethnicity shit. And I know that there's a lot of ethnicities that are still like that, but the woke,
Yeah, they get insulted by things that don't even concern them.
yeah, there's cultural appropriation and there's appreciation, I guess. I watched this dude. Was he on Dr. Phil or something like that? But anyways, he was dressing up in different
Like Mexican.
Yes,
Would go to Mexicans.
yeah.
Like, hey, are you offended by my outfit?
yes,
No, I like it.
yeah, I loved it.
Dressed as a samurai, went to Japanese people. No, I like it.
But the standard Westerner woke person was like,
It's not offensive.
can't do that.
Yeah.
It's extremely offensive. It's like, actually, I was having this conversation with someone the other day about non-Māori getting like tamoko Māori tattoos. And for me, I'm like, I couldn't think of the cooler thing than non-Māori wanting to wear and represent.
Well, biggest compliment to the culture. Yeah.
There's so big, but then where I probably could draw the line, I haven't put enough thought into it, but is maybe not. And where I stand actually is not, but I still want to actually put enough thought into it. Don't touch the mata or the face.
Yeah.
Because that's uniquely symbolizing to ancestral placings. But in terms of like, your ass on the body, go for it.
Mm-hmm.
go for it. For example, like Māori tattoos, they can come with meaning and things like that. So I have a bunch on me that had meanings, but then this one, bro was like, "What do you want it to mean?" I was like, "No, this one I don't need it to mean anything. I just want it to be Māori and just drawing it around what I've got already, fill in the space, and for me that's Māori enough. I've already got meaning on my body, you know, and for me that's just the visual representation. The comp of the yeah, I like that. But yeah, I think this ties in real well to the whole cultural appropriation thing. Some people, man, 2026 is woke.
Yeah.
It's woke.
Well, another parenting lesson that I had to sort of like catch myself, like, what do I do here? We were walking through the mall with my daughter not that long ago, and there was clearly a gentleman, a man, that was dressed as a woman, and Eva just kept on staring at him, sort of really confused. And Dad, why is that guy dressed as a man? Oh, dressed as a woman. Oh, look, darling, I just think he's maybe a little bit confused, darling, you know? Like, some people just see he really wants to be a woman. And just sort of leave it as that. But just the questions kept on coming. But he's got facial hair and he's wearing a dress. And I'm like, yeah, I know, darling. You know, some people just feel like they're born in the wrong body. And he wants to be a woman. But why, Daddy? Oh, darling, I'll just he's just confused. Maybe something happened when he was growing up. I don't know this man's story, but he wants to be a woman. But he's got whiskers and wearing a dress. Yes, darling, I don't know. He's just a pufter, all right? If I answered this tap, I was like, no, you don't say that. Look, I don't know. It's a hard question. I don't understand it, darling. I love you. That he's confused. So, I love you. Yeah, I love you. Do you want a donut? Let's go get a donut. So yeah, parenting, it's fun at the moment, bro. Racism and offending people. Look, and I'm trying my best. We're doing all that we can to be good parents and good people. But there's some challenging topics out there.
Yeah, well, especially when you have your own beliefs and you, like, I know you think that that's a mental illness.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I do too. I don't, like, there's man and woman. There's nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing else. We identify all freaking other animals as only male, female.
It's gender dysphoria. That's what they used to call it.
That's how, yeah, just that lessons and how you teach the kids is, you do have to be a little bit conservative with their approach, especially them being so young, because you know that they're going to project their, my dad said that.
Yeah.
You're just a poofter.
I know that's bad. I'm getting roasted for that. I apologise if that offends anyone.
But just wear it. I'll wear it.
I'll wear it like a badge.
As in my parenting, my 5-year-old is trying to teach my 3-year-old how to go to the toilet.
Straight up.
Yeah. So he's the one that like takes him to the potty.
Yeah.
And pulls his pants down and he opens his legs and the other lady's handle is willing to put it in the potty. I was like, bro, don't touch him, man. But he just thinks like, he doesn't think like anything else. We'll try to help him. If he doesn't have it in there, it's going to wee on his pants.
Yeah. He's been a hell of a young man.
Yeah. So that's a fun one at the moment, just watching him try to teach him.
That's hilarious. I like that.
Those wee boys are crack up, man.
They're awesome, bro.
They crack up, high energy. Yeah. Every time they come in like to the gym space and everyone sees them, I just get told, you just triplets.
Yeah.
We've all got the same haircut.
Yes.
And so it's all clothes, all right. My wee girl, she's just started to walk. She's probably got like maybe 15 steps of her.
Yeah.
Put her shoulders up around her neck, bro. And
Yeah, proud as.
tries to walk like this, so she's staunching some of that. Yeah. Man, put those shoulders down.
The cutie, like, yeah. She's cute.
Parenting is fun.
It's the best.
It's fun. It's challenging. You want any more kids?
I do.
That's changed.
I want more kids.
Or no, yeah.
Do I want to go through... It's only selfish reasons why I don't want more kids.
I think that's partially true. Selfish to not want more kids, but then it's generous in thought for your other kids as well.
Oh, yeah, I want to be able to give my kids
That's
everything.
not selfish.
No, I want to give them all of me. I also want to be able to do my hobbies, and it's a balance. But like, then I'm just thinking, man, you know, when my kids are teenagers and that, it'd be mean to have like 4 kids and they're all coming home and, you know,
Reporting back to dad.
yeah, that would be that's the part that I want. And so I'm just sort of like, but I see really big families, and it's like, I do see you can't give all your attention to, if you've got more than 4 or 5 kids, like, to be able to give solid quality time to all of them would be really hard. It'd be a difficult thing to balance. And so yeah, I don't know. Might Drew and I might go again in a year or so, and there might be a big age gap, but you know, at that stage, I know my daughter would absolutely love to have a baby sibling, and should be real helpful.
Yeah.
So
It is on cards, and it's tough though. Like, yeah, it brings a whole lot of like other stresses, and then the future, providing it could just bring a life full of resentment if you did it wrong.
and that's why I want to minimize stresses before having another kid. Be fully settled, no moving around, no financial stress, and then let's go again. Yeah,
That's responsible.
yeah. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, because I'm the same. I'd love to have 15 kids.
Yeah.
And get to 45 years old, 60 years old, and just have all our tribe reporting back and just trying to keep tabs on all of them and their kids. So
Yeah.
I think that'd be the most amazing life to live at that point. But to get there, that's a different kettle of fish, hey?
But you guys at the minute content with your 3? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, man. We've got 3. We got exactly the order that we wanted. You can't walk into the shop and choose your gender. We got boy, boy, girl, and that's exactly how we wanted. I had a funny experience actually. So we had our first boy, and I'm not one like I don't like surprises and things like that. I wanted to know immediately from the first initial scan. Give us the information. We don't need a freaking surprise party. What are the gender reveal? Nothing like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. And got a boy stoked there. It's like every man wants to have a son that they can just pour into. And I could be wrong. I think that I don't want to dream my own wishes, but that's how I feel. And then, but then I was like, oh, I want my son to have a brother because I have 3 brothers, and I just knew what it was like. I understand the relationship, and I understand like you walk through life together, and I wanted that for my kids. And then when I found out I was having another son, I was so stoked. And then we got pregnant again. Oh, sorry, no. The day that my son came out, my second son, as soon as he was in my hands, I naturally loved him, but I had this overwhelming sense of, oh, I want a girl now. Man, I really want a girl. And I just held him for the first time. And it wasn't, I want you to be a girl. I'm so thankful you are who you are, but I want to add a girl now. And I don't know where that feeling come from. I knew I wanted to have a girl in my life, but I didn't know it was going to happen, this feeling, as soon as I touched my boy, my second son. And got pregnant again, and then a girl. I was like, I'm just so grateful.
Yeah, that's a dream.
And I think I just want to touch on a conversation that, because we have so many pregnant women around us at the moment.
Yeah, true.
5, maybe.
So major.
6. And there's a taboo conversation in the world of oh, what are you going to have? And what do you hope to have? And the natural response is, I just want a healthy baby. But fuck, man. It's okay to have a preference of a gender. And does that mean if you don't get that preference that you're unhappy? No, absolutely not. You're going to pour just as much love into whatever you have. But to grow up and envision this life of whatever your kids are going to be and how you wish them to be, that's natural. So why should we suppress the answer of I want to have a boy, versus oh, I just want it to be healthy? Well, duh, everyone wants a fucking healthy baby. Why can't you have a preference for gender? And why is that taboo? So I don't know. Anyone out there just has some confidence to? It's okay to
100%. No, I totally agree with that. Speak how you feel.
speak how you feel.
With Candace, 6 weeks to go till she pops. She was out there doing burpees this morning. It was gangster to see.
Yeah,
Yeah, crushing her work.
yeah, very inspirational.
Yeah.
She inspires me. Kelsey inspires me.
Yeah.
Molly inspires me. Molly's lifting heavy weights. She's lifted, snatching over 60 kilos, nearly one bit max territory, and she's heavily pregnant. And training while pregnant it's okay, ladies. It's okay. We've experienced it now for 15 years, and if you don't know if that's okay or not, just find these spaces where other women have done it. I'm not going to speak on behalf of a woman, I've just seen so many, been a part of so many of the journeys to know that, yeah, I don't want to share anyone else's pregnancy journey, any of that. The first one that we've spoken about, but yeah, those 3 women are definitely. Candace this morning inspired me. And her cleaner jokes. I don't know if you looked at her washes or that. Just her technique, whilst being 6 weeks away. Like, there's a baby in there. Look,
Yeah, you gotta move that barbell around that bum.
yeah. She was doing her burpees at the end, and she was beside me.
Yes.
And I was just watching her, and I just couldn't help but think, I was like, oh, this is so cool. Like, you and your baby are doing the burpee right now. Yeah, you know. You cheap.
It's to be, yeah, it's still be helping you this. Nah, she's burping for 2, bro. It's
wild, yeah. Yeah, her and DK's a mid then. DK was her partner. DK's unbelievable. Shout out DK. Just ran I don't know the total time, but his splits on the half marathon on the weekend were like 3:50 per K, something like that.
Like 121 or so. Sorry, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, he's phenomenal. Always been phenomenal, great guy. Good couple, great parents to be. Sign off.
Kamikaze.
Bye.